you one more again. Same. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome into my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family. Just thank you so much for the love and support. It's so greatly appreciated. We're all trying to stay safe during this coronavirus and, trying to find the best ways to do things while you're in quarantine. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light. And many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. And if you're comfortable enough, please drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my video, or just tell me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life, and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are very uplifting to you and give you good vibes and information that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or friend, or even a fellow empath that's going through trying times at the moment and just needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And is while you're doing that, give me a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's so greatly appreciated, and I love y'all so much for it. And I hope that you're able to resonate with the content of my video. The music that I am listening to in the background is called Self Healing Frequency, 528 hertz, powerful, positive energy, meditative, relaxing music, calming music. And I will post that link in the description box below. The video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, when the warrior in you has risen, you became unstoppable. There's a lot of things that, we carry in our hearts that has brought us towards a deeper understanding on our spirituality, of knowing our purpose, finding our purpose, understanding the mission that you're about to be dealing with, which, it's like a need to know basis. And I'm like, okay, it's not yet for you to know. But they're allowing you to really reflect on the strengths that you have. And a lot of times we can go through different changes in our lives that may feel like we don't have the strength to deal with this. We don't have the strength to overcome. But actually you've done this many of times, but our amnesia, the empath amnesia we have to deal with at times when you're dealing with things that, that you feel like you can't conquer, you can't get through. But a lot of times that we don't understand that there's, even by the decisions we make, even by the circles we keep, the energy uh, that we have that focuses on the wrong things. Um, universe is always telling us to allow us to see things in a different perspective. A lot of times we may feel like, we're being punished, or life is not fair the way it is. It seems like people um, that do ungodly things to you or being hateful towards you uh, doesn't get what they serve others at times, when you could be just defending yourself from the people that get it. You end up getting karma served to you quicker than they do them. And at times it's hard for us to understand why the heck does that have to happen that way, because the fact is, when you know that you're on your journey, you're going through things where we're having to part ways with things that's no longer serving us anymore, is holding part in our lives for a limited time. um, or the things that you have endured in so many different ways. It makes it feel like somebody done put roots on you, as my mom used to say. But all the things that you endure, all the things that you face, is not easy. And a lot of times we don't understand that that is the one thing that, reminds you that you're a warrior. We have all had our fair share of heartache and pain through whatever we have dealt with, how long we have dealt with. A lot of people don't speak on the things that they have dealt with. A lot of times, they keep those things towards themselves. Or a lot of times we have gone through so many things that we carry our burdens on our sleeve. And I remember I used to work with people that, they always They always had a smug look on their face. And and I had to deal with a couple of females that work with me. And if you deal with a whole bunch of females, there's always going to be an issue. And I was always that one. I don't care. I'm going to speak my truth as long as I'm not going out my way to hurt anybody. um Kissing ass is not me. I'm allergic to that stuff. I can't do it. It's just like, I remember I put a post up the other day. I said, I don't understand how people can fake relationships. I can't even fake a hello with somebody I don't like, because I'm like, hey, have a good day. But I keep it going. I can be very cordial, but I keep it very short at the same time. A lot of things that we are toying with at this point. Allow yourself to see the changes that has taken place into your life. I connect with so many people. And they're like, Roslyn, I deal with so much, and I really get it. I get it. I understand. And a lot of times we don't feel like we got the energy or yet the motivation to get through these certain things. But you have to allow yourself to see all the things that you have endured before, that you felt like you did not have that courage, that strength, that power to get through it. And a lot of times I see a lot of different things in my life that has, uh, been pinpointed towards my life, that when you sit down towards yourself and really try to understand, where did life go wrong with you? Why do I feel like I failed in life? And it's all about how you tend to see the changes that has taken place. You may not be right where you want to be right now, but that doesn't mean you won't get there. And it's all about how you choose to see things is the reason why we're not, you know, we have our things that are truly on their way to us, but it can't be totally received until you allow yourself to let a lot of things go. And I have to tell myself that at the same time, because a lot of things that I've endured in life, and there's sometimes things come up from what I have to deal with, in my upbringing and with my mom's ex. There's a lot of painful situations that I've been placed in with that situation, but then I allow myself to see, the parts that everybody had to play in that time. You wouldn't really know your strength if you have not endured a whole handful of troubles. You really don't know how far your determination can take you if you never had to earn the things that you truly wanted in life. I tell myself that all the time, and it is just like your warrior is doing a peekaboo with you right now. Your warrior's doing a true peekaboo with you, and it's like, what, they're like, hey, dust this off. You have been through worse battles than, you had your fair share of battles, and some of them you don't even speak on. A lot of times we don't realize how much courage we have until you have to no choice but to use that courage when you have to endure in things. A lot of times, you see yourself, as when we carry, depression. At times you don't want to get up. You don't want to, take care of yourself. You just want to lay in the bed, cry, whatever, eat that chocolate chip cookie dough, Haagen Dazs or whatever, and just binge watch Netflix and chill all day. But when you allow yourself to really just get the courage, it can be like just walking out of the house and going to the mailbox and coming back. That takes a lot of courage, especially if you have dealt with a lot of sadness in your life. You know, um, just being able to, giggle at something, that's letting even though life might be hard at that time, every time you're allowing yourself to say, what, I want better in my life. I'm trying my best, even though it may be hard for what I'm doing, I'm trying my best, you know, and when you're allowing yourself to see it, is that, you have to always pray and be grateful for the things that are taking place in your life. Because a lot of times I get angry inside my feelings. I get beside myself, as my mom say, and get mad. But then when I allow myself to really, you have to really allow yourself to see everything that you're going through is in a positive. And sometimes it's hard to see it as that, because it's a negative situation, but it's like the things that you are being challenged with is giving you the strength every day to keep moving, keep going. I know there's a lot of times when you're dealing with dark night of the soul and stuff like that, it makes you really want to end everything. I've been there a lot of times, but I had to allow myself to really see what I've been called to do. you know there's a lot of things that I may have kept to myself, of things that I've endured. I had to make peace with certain things. I try not to talk about the situations I've been in, um, but just being able to see, being able to speak on, even though I went through so many challenges, I allow myself to really see the strength that I've reflected through those challenges. And being able to just see it is it's not all what it seems. I don't bit the mess out of my lip, y'all. Um, but it's not everything is not what it seems. Everything is happens for a reason, and sometimes we get confused and all that, and not being grateful for the things we have overcome, the things that we have endured that we didn't feel like we can be able to get up and face the world again, actually. And it's just like when you're allowing yourself, I went through my moment yesterday and I said, you know what? I got up this morning, looked myself in this mirror. This Taurus is not that one. You already know you've been through so many battles. Don't allow yourself to get unstoppable about things because they're not going your way right now. Allow yourself to keep moving, and I have to tell myself sometimes there's too many people that's waiting in the shadows just to see you fail and just hoping and praying you'll give up. There's so many people that came towards your life to try to distract you or try to block you, add fish for questions and stuff like that, just so they can sit up here and say, oh, well, since she said it that way and I felt that energy, well, let me go ahead and block her on that, and that lets you know a lot of times, and I'll say that a lot of times your haters can see your blessings before you do. So that means you have to allow yourself to put that extra oomph in trying to get where you need to go. Allow yourself, if you need to cry, whine, do your kumbaya for that few minutes, go ahead and do that, but dust yourself back off and keep going, because you have a lot that is waiting for you around that corner, just because the fact is you have endured so much and you're still here to see another day. There's a lot of people didn't have that same courage and they ended their lives because they got tired of dealing with the pain that they had to deal with when they were waking up in the morning. And it's sad when people get like that. I've been like that because the fact is I was running against my change. And when you allow yourself to fight against your change, it's going to keep making it harder for you. You won't see more of the injury that you did instead of the healing that has really taken place in your life. A lot of times there's troubles that has been alleviated out of our lives that we didn't even know about. Because there's a lot of things that I've overcome, and then after the fact, you know, um, by some kind of way they showed me, look, if we would have allowed this to happen, look what would have happened if you would have went into this. Because a lot of times we get mad because we're stalled out on certain things. You don't know the things that you may have wanted at that time. If they would have gave you, they seen a train wreck before you did. So a lot of times you cannot question what universe is doing for you, and a lot of times it hurts to have to do that, but all those things that that you have endured in life has always been that reflection that you are that warrior. You are that person that can overcome a lot of battles that other people don't even have the guts or the balls to sit up and approach that war. They will haul ass on that, but yet you still stood there and fought. You might have got back up. You might have bumps and bruises. Probably probably got a couple of pitchfork scars, but you still allowed yourself to maintain that war that you have constantly fought. When it comes to your past, when it came to your present, you're trying to make everything smoothed out and clear your slate for your future. And a lot of times uh it's hard for us to be able to see that change that's taking place, especially when you're dealing with something so heavy, or or there's things that you want to do in life, but there are certain things that you have endured in the past that may kind of combine with the things you're trying to do today, and it keeps on making you think about that situation. And that's when those keep coming up, and that's when the universe is telling you this is something different. You are not even the same person you were when you endured the things that you did last time. We have strengthened you since that, and a lot of times we don't understand the things that has been placed on us are the main things that's going to help us rise above everything. You have been particularly picked for certain situations in your life that you may not understand yet. I look at the things that I go through, and I don't understand everything. And I was in my head earlier, and I'm like, God, why I gotta go through so much? I said I try my best. I try to, see all my blessings that you placed on me. You know, and I'm grateful for every little one. It could be like $1 I done found on the ground. That was $1 more than what I had. But there's a lot of things I had to show gratitude. I had an attitude of gratitude. You know, because there was many a days, he had brought me back, and in times I really didn't want to be here anymore. But he said, I got plans for you. I'm gonna use you as that tool, and you'll understand what I'm doing when it's time for you to know. I just need you to do these things, or I need you to just breathe through this situation. Because it felt like my mom used to call me a little janky child. She's like, girl, every time you go do something, it's like bad luck follows you. And at times it was, because there was a lot of times I put myself in certain situations where I'm like, oh God, girl, can you just go sit down somewhere? But then I allow myself to see, I had my children at a very early age. I didn't feel loved growing up, so it was like I had my children just for me to be able to have something that loves me and loves me back. I'm gonna kind of mess them up mentally and emotionally, and try my best to go ahead and make better choices for myself. Make being able to change the way I did things. I know I can't take anything back because it's already happened, but I be very mindful of how I try to do things. It may be hard, but I tell them, I said, I'm going through different things, and I no longer have my mom that raised me. She's no longer here. She's transitioned. I have a mother out there. It's like I'm a painful reminder of everything that she had to give up in life, or things that she still had to face. And I know I just have this feeling. I guess she feels like she's responsible for my heartache and pain that I didn't get a chance to, meet my father or whatever. Because I knew there was a lot of things that her and my dad used to constantly bump heads about. But I don't hold any anger towards my mom. It was more of a disappointment, but I don't know what kind of demon she's dealing with. And I know it's probably a painful subject that she gave me up for adoption. Her and my dad constantly bumped heads after that because of there was always issues when he kept on trying to come see me. But I said I don't hold any anger towards her, so I try to do more for my children, because I said I know what it feels like to be going through this situation. I lost a father, and my mom lost her first child's father. There's you can't go nowhere around world without him being brought up. So I know that has to be a lot of pain, and it was just like my mom really loved my dad. So I'm just looking like, dang, I know that had to really hit a sore spot to see him marrying or being with other women. So it was just like going through that, and then me having that situation where I wish I did have that. I try to be more into my children's lives, because I know what it felt like not to have that mother figure, or that mother being here. Like, I can talk to my adopted mom all the time. I talked to her last night. It was a blessing, because I got like a perfume that she used to wear when she used to go to church, and I sprayed on my pillow and just hug it, like, it's just me hugging my mom again. Um, and just being able to do that. So it's just like I know I'm clearing my slate for my generation. I only have one granddaughter, and I worry about her a lot, because I know how my children have grown up. I know how um, my mom's ex is, trying to wash her towards, against me. So, I worry about her, because I don't want that narcissistic type situation vibes, my granddaughter to endure. But, a lot of things that you have faced, when you allow yourself to really sit with your thoughts and being able to see the things that you have conquered. And a lot of times we don't pay attention to that, because it was like it's no longer important to us. It doesn't hold a place in our heart, even though it's back there. Like, if somebody was like, hey, you remember this happening? Like, damn, I wish you wouldn't have brought that up. But it allows you to see the things that you have faced a lot in life that average people wouldn't have been able to do. They wouldn't even have the strength to do it. You have to allow yourself to give that credit when it's credit's due. And then when you allow yourself to say enough is enough, enough is enough. You have, your warrior reflection has been there that whole time. But a lot of time when we reflect and look in the mirror at ourselves, we tend to see all the things that we have endured in life and not the strength you had to overcome those things. But when it comes to that time, and a lot of times you have to be able to psych yourself out or just allow yourself, stay focused your eyes on your prize. But a lot of times you got to psych yourself out because there's a lot of times you may go on drawbacks and may want to, spring back. But a lot of times you have to see the things you have endured when it comes to people that you trusted the most. Those are the ones that's going to be your key component. The people that you trust the most end up being the people that, turn their back on you. And it could be a hurtful situation, especially if you've been there for them since A1, since day one. There's a lot of people I did that with. And there are so many people I done took out my life. They try to come back. And I don't go off because any other time, if I know you're going to rub me the wrong way, I tend to go off. But it's like, I'm not even about to place my energy on you. Because if I end up doing that, that's going to let you know that the things you did to me still bothers me. And it's just like I'm at that point. I'm not even about to do that no more. If you can't respect me, if you got to be all up and talking sideways at the side of your neck, you can do that with whoever. You can do that towards yourself because it's like I'm not going to be, I'm not going to allow myself to sit in no situation like that. And I had to tell myself, you are strong. You have gone through so many things, and with you going through so many things at one time, you don't know. Those are the weights that a lot of times it feels like weight on your shoulders, stress on your back, but it's that strength that you carry because the fact is of what you endured, what you are about to overcome, what you are about to conquer, and what you have conquered. So allow yourself to look at the milestones that took just to get to where you are now. Look at the things that you got over that you thought you would never get over. There was always that warrior that reflected you and said, we got this. If they picked you for certain situations, if something was going to happen, it would have happened a long time ago. But you're going to face things, but you have to allow yourself to know this is not going to be that thing that's going to distract me, because a lot of things comes to you as a distraction. Like I said, enemy and devil will study the hell out of you. They will know what things, to pick with because they want to see you distracted. They see what blessings are coming. They see it's not that far away. So you'll have people coming out all out the woodworks. It's to feel like, need to do. Just do what you need to do because it's like things are coming to you. Gonna be some old friends that really did you dirty and be like, oh, hey, I just called to see how this. You ain't got to be Lionel Richie. Just call to say I love you and let you know I'm care. No, that's not the kind of love I need in my life. I got to go. I got to go. But those are the things that will be coming towards you, and it's just like now allow that warrior to rise. You're unstoppable. You have dealt with things that people wouldn't even have the strength to even carry, not even two steps. But look at all the things you have conquered. That warrior has already been there. They it's that little thing in your ear saying it's okay. Trust the process. It's not gonna always be like that. Don't allow yourself to see the blessings and not deal with the problems. Y'all, let me go ahead and end this video because my phone just keep ringing and they already gonna not stop calling. So I'm gonna end this, but I'll hit right back.